originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana. Here at Cajun Roots Reseller, you make me an offer and I'll take it. You got the dollars, go see Johnny, he's got it all. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man, see the special man. You got the dollars, make me an offer. New England Kajun Roots, Johnny understands. Johnny understands. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man, see the special man. I say, I say, I say. Who says I say, I say? Johnny says I say, I say. When everyone says no, Johnny say yes. Special man.
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana.
I got my coffee, I got my dollars, and I'm looking for deals. Am I at the right place?
I say, here at Cajun Roots Reseller, you give me an offer and I'll take it.
Bless you, my child. Let me introduce myself. I'm Sister Mary Agnes. You may have heard about me from my friend Cajun Roots Reseller, Johnny. I met Johnny many years ago when he was purchasing furniture from Frankie and Johnny's in Louisiana. They were not going to give him credit, and I vouched for him. I said, let him have it with no problem. He's got the dollars. See the special man.
Let him have it with no problem.
Johnny understand. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man. I say,
I'm Johnny's Don't Girl. I'm here to say subscribe, hit the bell, not my belly button, and share out his shows. Always give him a thumbs up. You can even become a member. Buy him a coffee and follow his other channels like the cooking shows, my favorites, his fur babies, and more. Leave a comment. And when you watch a video, you're showing him your support.
Hi, I was looking for some jewelry. I'm going to be getting married soon. No, I don't have any credit.
Well, here at Cajun Roots Reseller, if you're on a fixed income, even if it's on a sale in the Cajun Roots Reseller eBay store, guess what? Send an offer. We'll let you have it with no problem.
Johnny has many auctions, chat shows, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and best is Monday night bingo, where it's all free and you can win prizes. All are welcome, but there's no drama or negativity tolerated on any of his channels. Now go, child, with my blessings. Watch Cajun Roots Reseller. Love always. Be kind to one another and have a blessed day.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to this TGIF episode of Would You Buy It or Would You Live It? First in the chat today was Regina. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And Robert's in the house. He's off today working, and he is lurking. Toochmon. Hello, good morning, and welcome. Yeah, it was PM because Robert called me and told me it was like a minute before the show. No, I did not know that. I didn't realize that. So it was an easy fix. Just go in and click and put AM instead of PM. So thank y'all very much. Yeah, I was like, why is Robert calling me right now? Knowing I'm going to go live, but that's why. Myra, hello, good morning, and welcome, and how are you doing? And Angela, hello, good morning, and welcome, and how are y'all doing? And Rebecca, hello, good morning, and welcome, and how are you doing? Good to see you. Patrick, hello, good morning, and welcome, and how are you doing? And Jennifer, hello, good morning, and welcome, and how are you doing? Good to see you. That's right. Tonight at 5 o'clock is our last 5 o'clock traffic jam. Tonight is the last show for that series. Miss Denise, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. I'm on tonight with Colleen go on at 8. Well, that's late, huh? Michael, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? And don't forget today's Dawn's Deals will be on this afternoon at 3 o'clock. And Jeffrey, hello, good morning, and welcome. I'm going live today at 6:30 to see the sunset. Awesome. There's Colleen's link right there. Little Debbie, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Johnny, if you were perfect, we couldn't afford you. Thank you, Michael. And I'm usually pretty good at doing that on the Saturdays when I set up the shows. I don't know what I did on that one, but it happened. Yep. But y'all still here, and that's what matters. Let's see. Do we have any birthdays today? I didn't look yet. I've been going through and processing jewelry this morning. Yes, today is Pee Wee's Treasure's birthday today. So if you haven't checked him out and you see him anywhere in the YouTube world, tell him happy birthday. And we got somebody named Lori that just came in. Hello, good morning, and welcome, Lori. How are you doing? Good to see you. I think this is your first time here. How did you hear about the channel? And thank you for showing up and showing your love and support to the channel. And we also have Wildflower. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Lori. Why does I know a lot of Loris. I'm not sure. We're gonna have to figure it out. All right, let's see who else. Everybody's saying hello to each other. Wait, whose birthday? Pee Wee's Treasures. You usually see him on Market Mike's channel, and he also does a lot of auctions on his own. Pee Wee's Treasures. He looks like Pee Wee Herman, but yeah, that's Pee Wee's Treasures. Lori Chase. Okay, that's why. She's on her new phone. And Glenn, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you this morning. I do have a couple of items that were sent in to me. The first ones we're going to show are from Regina, and the second one set is going to be from Glenn. Glenn sent me in a couple of items for today's show as well. And then I have some I'm going to show of what I sold. Wait, new phone, nice. Yes, right. All right, so don't forget to check out the community calendar to see what's going on. Just a few community public service announcements real quick. On the April 15th for the new Friends and Family Showcasing community sale, I do have one spot left. And if anybody's interested, email me for the 1:30 time slot for April 15th. That is for Friends and Family community sale that I'm doing. And it's official. I am opening up now June. It would be June the 6th, if I remember correctly. Let me look real quick. The first Tuesday of that month. And we will be having June 3rd. June 3rd for the members showcase and rapid fire round will be now open. So if you want any time slots, give me at least 2 or 3 different time slots, and it is first come, first serve. I will be opening that up as of this morning, so that way you can email me a couple of time slots, and I'll be glad to put you on there. I still have my other phone. Jennifer just kept it messing up. Okay. Are you having guests this Monday? Starting Monday, 8:30, Monday through Thursday, it's going to be me and Mark from Two Old Guys. He's going to be my co-host starting Monday. So starting Monday on April the 7th will be 4 days with Mark and co-hosting with me with the Morning Boost is the name of the show. And then Friday will still be the Would You Buy It or Would You Leave It, Monday through Friday, 8:30. So Mark will be my co-host starting Monday. I wish I can plan. And that's I understand. But if you want to be on there, just make sure you do email me, and I'll give you a time slot. And it is first come, first serve. So yeah, that starts Monday. And then of course Monday we have our regular scheduled program for bingo. Don't forget, if you want to be on the bingo and you haven't registered, you can go to this past Monday's video that was dropped at 3:30. In the comment section, you can register by filling out the form that's pinned in the comment section. But also you can fill out that. Once you fill that out, you can register by giving me 5 numbers if you've never registered before. Or if you want to change your numbers, you can also do that in the comment section. You have until this Sunday. Sunday is the cutoff. Once this Sunday is done, you're locked in. And we do that again every 3 months. I will try to be there Monday morning. Yep, Mark will be with me on Monday. Ashley, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Waiting for it to show up in the stream. There she is. Right, Jennifer. Yeah, sometimes I wonder, sometimes on my phone too. All right, y'all, let's get ready to get started with this segment of Would You Buy It or Would You Leave It?
It's time for everybody's favorite segment where we ask,
would you buy it or would you leave it?
the game show that asks, when you're out and about sourcing, would you buy it for resale? How much you would pay for it? Or would you leave it? And now the host of Would You Buy It or Would You Leave It, Johnny Kajun Roots Reseller.
All right. Let me get the screen up and we'll get started. The first 5 items I'm going to show are from Regina. She sent these in. And we're going to share those first. And make that one bigger. There we go. Like that. There we go. All right. So the first item I have to show is, and let me get that to the screen here and show you the pictures. Let's see here. This is a Hallmark Totally Ticklish Duck 11-inch plush stuffed animal. Laugh, sounds, motion. On the thing it says press button, then tickle under the wings and listen to it go. Total Ticklish Duck. It does have its tags. It takes, looks like 4 AA batteries. Would you buy this or would you leave? And if you were to purchase it, would be the most you pay for it and how much you think it's sold for? Let's see here. Emailed you for June 3rd. Okay. That's right. Yesterday, the Pearl Harbor video did come out. So if you haven't checked it out, it is out and out from the Kajun Roots Resellers Adventures channel. Well, thank you, Lori. Let's see here. I better sing hello. Anna Marie, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. It is cute. Michael says, I'd pick this up for $1 and sell it for $12. Ashley says, I'd pick this up for $5 and sell it for $24.99. Miss Denise says, I'd pick this up for 50 cents and sell it for $12. Cute, but I would leave it. I would pick it up too. Angela says, I'd pick this up for $1 and sell it for $25. Glenn says, I'd pick this up for $1 and sell it for $14.95. Robert says, free into $10. Now that's what I'm talking about. Let's see. Does this have a year? I don't see a year on it. It's 11-inch plush. Let's see. Let me go to the info that was sent in with that picture, that link. Come on, email. Open up. Let's see. All right. This was sent in by Regina. She said it took 5 months to sell. She purchased this at a Goodwill for $2.49. She did send an offer on a Posher watching the item, and it sold for SSM. Is that Scott? Heck yeah. Well, welcome. I'm not sure who that is. SSM says pick it up for $5 and sell it for $10. Hello, good morning and welcome. And how did you hear about the channel? Angela Gregory? Not sure. Silver. Okay. So your initials, you just changed your initials on your channel. Okay, the pizza guy sent me. Well, thank you for coming on over. And Melinda, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? So I need to check out if I'm, thank you, Jennifer. Jennifer just dropped your link. Let me go over and make sure I am following you. And I am now. Uh-oh, what is that? Oh, that's one of those pre videos. I'm following you now. Gotcha. Let's see. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you for stopping in. Yeah, the pizza guy came in. I haven't seen him in a while, but I watched him and I met him through the coin community as well. And he came and joined us a little bit yesterday. And thank you for stopping on by. Yes. All right. So Regina got this for $2.49 at a Goodwill, and she sold it on Posh to an offer of $13 on Poshmark. All right, let's go to the second item. Also a Poshmark sale. Another plush. This is a 1996 Wishbone plush stuffed animal Jack Russell Terrier. Quality Toys, 12 inches. From 1996, the vintage 1996 collectibles. Cute. Very clean, too. There's the pictures. It's even got its collar. There's its touch tag. It's even got the name on the paw. Very clean. So would you buy this or would you leave it? If you were to purchase it, would be the most you paid for it and how much you think it sold for? Okay. All right, Ms. Denise says, I would pick this up for $1 and sell it for $25. Again, this is no right or wrong answers. It's just a way of making you think outside before you go out thrifting for the weekend. Michael says, I never liked that show. Pass. You didn't like that show. Angela says, I'd pick this up for $2 and sell it for $20. Melinda says, pick this up for $3 and sell it for $20. Let's see. Ashley says, pick it up for $5 and sell it for $24.99. If I had a costume, I would kept him. I love Wishbone. Okay. Glenn says, pick this up for $2 and sell it for $14.50. And Marie says, cute, but I would leave it. Buy and keep it. $2, sell it for $12. Okay. Myra says, pick this up for $1.32 and sell it for $14.76. Not true. Wrong answer, Michael. Craig, hello, good morning, and welcome, says he would leave it. Jennifer said, I would pick this up for $1 and sell it for $13.99. Only pick up if I found in a given lot. Sell it for $5 to $10. Robert says, pick this up for $1 and sell it for $12. I would have picked this up, especially if it was in a lot. Jeffrey says, I would pick this up for $2 and I'd sell it for $23. Anyone else would like to take a guess at it? And this was sent in by Regina, sold on Poshmark. All right, according with this, Regina says she put it on Posh 8 days ago. It only took 8 days to sell. Purchased it in a lot of plush for $2 and sold it for full asking price on Poshmark. She only paid $2 for it in a lot. And sold it for $25. $25. All right, let's go to the next one. It's a plush day today. This next one is from 1986, Antique English Bulldog Stuffed Animal Plush Dog Toy, 15 inches in a red shirt. Vintage. Excellent used condition. Cute. Would you buy this or would you leave it? And if you were to buy it, what would be the most you'd pay for it and how much you think it might have sold for? That's right. There's the link. The myth, the legend, the voice of YouTube. That's right. That is nice. John Robert Jr., hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? I'm actually up before 11 a.m. my time. I'm not a reseller, but from pieces of what you've already used, I would start a new business. There you go. You never know what's being sold lately. Awesome stuff here. All right, Glenn, thank you for stopping on by. Glenn says, I'd pick this up for $2 and sell it for $16.50. And John, we do this every Friday, and others can send me links in, and that's what we're doing right now. We're sharing for those who sent me links first, and we do this every Friday. Ashley says, pick this up for $2 and sell it for $14.99. Robert says, free into $9. Jeffrey says, I would pick this up for $2 and sell it for $25. Melinda says, I would pick this up for $1 and sell it for $14. Miss Denise says, I would pick this up for $1 and sell it for $15 as well. All right, Glenn, don't work too hard. And I know you try not to, but sometimes it just can't help it. I love her comment. I'm laughing at her comment in her email with that item. All right, Myra says, I'd pick this up for $2.13 and I would sell it for $13.89. I'm just reading what she wrote to make sure I get it right. Okay. All right, anyone else would like to take a guess at this one? Again, this was sent in by Regina. Regina sent this in. Hetty, hello, good morning and welcome. And Stephanie, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you feeling? Hope you're doing well. Great to see you. There's Hetty and there's Stephanie. Welcome. And this is John Roberts, 1961. All right, so this was something that she purchased, and it took about a year, a year and a half to sell. She thinks she got it at Goodwill in the Goodwill outlet bins for 50 cents or so. Now, she did accept an offer, and she let them have it with no problem for an offer. She had it listed for $43.50, but she still sold it and let them have it with no problem for $30. It sold for $30. She took an offer. All right, let's go to the next one. That's the doggy. Now this next one, wow. All right, this next one is a box of Crayola crayons, 24 brilliant colors, non-toxic. The box is in a little disarray, but of course, when we get old like that, that's what happens, I guess. And there's the box. It had a little writing on it. There's the colors have been used. But again, it's crayons, it's colors, it's in the box. Let's see here. These are number 242, non-toxic USA vintage. Please read description. All right. Let's see what the chat is saying. Let's see here. Okay, wow, nice. And okay, oh man. Yes, those are old school ones, right? Ashley said I would pass. Craig said I'd pick this up for $2 and sell it for $34.99. I love to color, says Rebecca. Melinda says I'd pay 25 cents for this and sell it for 15. Anne Marie says I would keep it. Miss Denise says pick it up for free and sell it for $8. Myra says pick this up for $3.54 and sell it for $21.62. Vintage crayons, they were eaten. They weren't used, they were eaten, right? Rebecca says pick this up for $1 and sell it for 15. Robert says pick this up for 25 cents and turn it into $10. And Jeffrey says I would pick this up for $1 and sell it for 19. Patrick says a few bucks, sell it for $50 to $100. A Hyundai. I ate so many of them back in the day. I never ate the crayons. Michael says pick this up for $1 and sell it for $12. Right, John? They will let us free. That's right. Having the 24 box when those were made was like having a 6. Yeah, you right about that one, Patrick. All right, let's see here. Regina says it took about 3 days to sell on a buyer offer. Bought these over a year ago at a garage sale. She bought these for $1 at a garage sale. The box had a lot of damage. And she did accept an offer from a watcher. She had it listed for $19.99. Someone offered her $15 and she let them have it with no problem for $15. Awesome. All right, then this next item. It is a Tupperware Christmas tree tumbler cup, flip top lid seals, 16 ounces, tumbler. Tupperware. I didn't know they did that. Here are the pictures. I don't think I've ever seen one like that from Tupperware. And I could be wrong. You never noticed it was Tupperware, I guess. Would you buy this or would you leave it? And if you would, what would be the most you'd pay for it and how much you think it's sold for? And this sold on Macari. Let's see. I knew they were calories and sugar free. Let's see. Patrick. First one, right money. All right. Myra says pick this up for $1.73 and sell it for $28.94. Ashley said I would pick this up for $1 and turn it into $9.99. Patrick said I would steal it from Mitzi and sell it as Get Stanley. Lord Jesus, Patrick. Ms. Denise says I'd pick this up for $4 and turn it into $22. I like that tumbler. It is pretty cool. Rebecca says I'd pick this up for $2 and sell it for $18. Melinda says I would pick this up for $1 and turn it into $20. Michael says I would pass, though Tupperware has a cult-like following. Robert says I would leave it. Huawei, hello, good afternoon and morning and welcome. It could be afternoon for you. You the only 16 thumbs up. Y'all, please hit the thumbs up. They'd be greatly appreciated. Huawei is number 16. Thank you for being here, Huawei. And Angela says pick this up for 50 cents and sell it for 12. Jeffrey says I would pay $2 for this and sell it for 25. And thank y'all for being here. Please hit the thumbs up. That'd be greatly appreciated. Let's see here. Okay. All right. So this was sent in, like I said, from Regina. She purchased, it took 2 months to sell. She did sell it for full asking price. She purchased this in a lot of 3 for $2. So her cost per piece was 66 cents. And 2 were given as a present. So she decided to sell the last one. And she sold it on Macari for full asking price of $12.95. That's right. All right, let me get to the next one. I can unstar that one now that we got that one. And now we're going to go to Glenn, Swamp Picker. This first item is, now I think if y'all remember a couple of weeks ago, he sold something that this goes with. And this is the steel picker, which is 2,000 picks. They're 2 1/8 inch long for floral, making floral arrangements. I had to look at it twice when I saw it, but then I realized what it was. These are from making floral arrangements. They're made out of steel, brand new in the box. Floral Supply steel picks to make floral arrangements. Would you buy this or would you leave it? If you were to purchase it, what would be the most you'd pay for it and how much you think it's sold for? And Ms. Denise says, I would pass. Add it or no? I'm not sure. Let's see here. Okay, so this plus shipping. All right, let's see what else is being said in the chat. That I'm not sure what, Rebecca. Angela says I would pass. Jeffrey says I would pay $4 for this and turn it into 25. Rebecca says pass. Robert says $1 into 15. Michael says I would pass. Regina says pick this up for $2 and sell it for 25. And Stephen, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? And Mara says pick this up for $2.98 and sell it for $17.53. Melinda says I would pick this up for $3 and sell it for $30. And then Anna Marie says I would pass. Anyone else? Now, I think a couple of weeks ago, if you remember, Glenn sent in the actual machine that these are for, and he sold that one already. And now he's selling these. Evidently, he bought a box of 6, so he must have bought like a case of these. All right, so Glenn said he paid $5 for a box of 6 of these. $5 for a box of 6 of these. I would say pass. Okay. So he did get this again for $5 for a pack of 6. He did take an offer on this one, and I believe he has several left because he has one sold, 3 available, and it was for $33.98. But he took an offer. Someone sent him an offer for $30.58, and he still has 3 left. Not bad. All right. The next item up. All right, these are Under Armour Lead Off Low Rim Pink Black Baseball Cleats shoes, size 1Y. Show you the pictures. I've never heard of a size 1Y before. There it is, 1Y. Interesting. That's a first. All right, so would you buy that's a youth? Okay, that's what that Y means. Okay, that'll explain it. Under what scrap price of what those would be? I was thinking the same thing, Rebecca. Ashley says pick these up for $5 and sell it for $24.99. Michael says I would pass. I don't pick up cleats. Actually, I've been doing really well. I only have 1 pair left, but I buy them new on clearance. Youth. That's what that was. Robert says leave it. Denise says pass. Size 1 youth. Yeah, that was the answer. Mara says pick this up for $5.87. I think she does this. I think Mara does this on purpose just to make me pronounce all the cents and pennies and all that stuff. $5.87 and sell it for $34.19. Angela says pick this up for $2 and sell it for $45. Rebecca says pick this up for $2 and sell it for $28. Melinda says pick this up for $4 and sell it for $40. I've done really well with cleats, believe it or not. I only have, I think, 1 pair left. Scarlett, hello, good morning and welcome. I wear a 2Y. Really? Regina says I would leave it. Scarlett says pick this up for $3 and sell it for $69. I think if Scarlett had her choice, she would sell everything at $69. Joanne, hello, good morning and welcome. Joanne, and telling everybody hello, good morning, Joanne. Ella. Hello, good morning and welcome, Ella. How are you doing? And Joanne, how are you doing? Variety in the spice of life. That is right. Everybody saying hello. A huge throw rug. Ooh, Ella's getting a throw rug today. Jane, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? I managed to wake up. Awesome. Well, thank you for being here. Who she hasn't seen yet? I don't know. I haven't seen him yet. All right. So Glenn got these. Let me get to his email. He got these at a garage sale on March 22nd. Just recently got them. March 22nd. Got them and picked them up for $1. It only took 5 days to sell. Now, somebody sent him an offer, and he counter-offered, and he sold them for the counter-offer. I just paid over $100 for my grandson's cleats new. Yeah, I love picking them up new, but I do sell them. I have no problem. Stats, hello, good morning, and welcome. Says I picked this up for $1 and sell it for $15. Paid over. Yeah, they're new. They're expensive, but I think I have one pair left, and it's a size I think 13 or 13 wide. Is the only one I got left. I, believe it or not, have sold some 15 and 16-inch size shoes or cleats already. So yeah. So he picked this up for $1. It only took 5 days to sell. Somebody sent him an offer for $12.99. He counter offered and sold them for $14.99 plus shipping. But he did counter offer because it was only 5 days he listed it, and that's probably what I would have done too. But I don't like dealing with used shoes. I try not to anyway. That's too much work for me anyway. Get you some cheesy toasties. I hear that. I have my kids' cleats in memory boxes. Yeah, girl, they sell. They sure do. All right, so the next item up to show. Let me make sure it's still showing the regular. Yeah, here we go. All right, now this first item I'm bringing up, this one sold on Etsy. Some of you may recognize this item. This is an antique 1850s to 1913 Northwood blue milk glass chrysanthemum spring custard spooner pitcher. It does have some gold trimmings missing. It rubbed off, of course, because of its age, but it was still in great condition. Somebody may recognize this because I did show it before. I did have, right here. There was a small little crack or chip right here, and I made sure to arrow it down to show it. But it is right there at the bottom, so I made sure to point that out right here. There's a little chip. And I made sure to circle it to show it, and you'll see it better right here. But I did make sure to point that out. And it's in the description. So I used blue. I could have used red, but I felt like darker blue. And you can see it right here, too, in the front. Anywho, it sold. Right there, you can see it even better right there. So would you buy this or would you leave it? And if you were to buy it, what would be the most you pay for it and how much you think it sold for? And again, it's from the 1850s to 1913. And I thought I took a picture of the bottom because, no, I didn't. The Northwood is on the bottom of the glass. Yeah, I thought I showed that, but I guess I didn't. Oh, Susanna, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. All right, let's see. Denise says, I would pass due to the chip. It's gorgeous. Rebecca says, pick this up for $6 and sell it for $55. We have 4-pound turkeys. Oh, wow. Yeah, I heard you say that this morning. I was kind of skimming through your live this morning. Michael says, pick this up for $3 and sell it for $50. Unimagic Stephanie says, pick this up for $5 and sell it for $62. Belinda says, pick this up for $4 and sell it for $35. Myra says, I would keep it. Pay $3, keep it, but me with it, put any ashes in it. Okay. How big is it? It's like a standard coffee mug. That's how big it was. Robert says, pick this up for $5 and sell it for $35. Angela says, I'd pick this up for $4 and sell it for $50. It's a me, Angie. Hello, good morning, and welcome, Angie. How are you doing? Good to see you. Jane says, pick this up for $10 and turn it into $60. Regina says, pick this up for $5 and turn it into $65. There's no lid. No, no lid. Not sure if Glamorous is doing her brunch this Sunday. I think she said she was. What was that? She said it. I talked to her one day this week. She came in on the morning show after the show. I can't remember what day it was. Okay. This particular one I picked up. Robert and I went to an estate sale warehouse. I did pick it up knowing there was a chip. But that's okay because my cost into this was $1.11 because I brought my big IKEA bags and bags that I can carry stuff in, filled up some bags. My cost after, the one total cost for everything, my cost came out to $1.11. And I sold this on Etsy. I paid $1.11 for it. And I sold it for $84.86. And it went overseas. It went through international, standard international shipping. Actually, it went to Canada. It went to Canada. And I only paid $1.11 for it. I love, we haven't been to that location in a while, but I guarantee you it was worth it. Colleen, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Yeah, it was a good sale. I love that. Good morning, Colleen. All right, the next item. Y'all, if you saw the video from the Hawaii trip of thrifting, this item was in that video a couple of weeks ago. The shipping on that one was actually not bad. $6.57 is what the shipping was. I can see it now, Johnny. Fast walking through a cloud. IKEA bags will show this pushing through. No, I don't do that, Michael. No, just Robert. This was in that video from Hawaii for the thrifting video. So if you saw that, you might know what I bought this for. All right, here's the pictures. It is a Vera Bradley light up lunch bag, and it says Litten Up Lunch Bunch, Paisley, new with tags. Brand new with tags, Vera Bradley lunch bag. There's the inside of it. It was insulated. MSRP was $39 still on the tag, and it's right there. It says Litten Up Lunch Bunch is the brand with the modern paisley. There's the serial number. Would you buy this or would you leave it? If you were to buy it, what would be the most you'd pay for it? How much you think it's sold for? Oh, he's here, Ella. Okay, I'm not sure who y'all talking about, but okay. I missed the video show last night. I don't know. It means he pushes me out of the way. Such a reminder. I couldn't find one, Debbie. Yeah, Chuck said he was going to have it on his channel, but I guess he didn't because I did see a clip on Instagram where it was somebody crying that they were not going to be on last night. So he must have canceled it. All right, same. I don't know. That's no, actually, that's what I saw. I saw that on Instagram on this name right here, the Cheesehead Chuckles. Actually, there was a video clip on Instagram that the show was canceled last night on that name. Yeah. Yeah, that on that name it was a video that said it was canceled. And that I didn't realize it was Chuck. It's a new channel. All right, Stat says I'd pick this up for $1 and sell it for $5. So would you pick this up or would you leave it? If you were to buy it, what would be the most you pay for it and how much you think it's sold for? Regina says pick this up for $2 and sell it for $25. Now remember, I bought this in Hawaii. Melinda says I would pick it up for, as soon as I see it in the stream, all right, Melinda says pick this up for $3 and sell it for $30. Colleen says pick this up for $2 and sell it for $17. On this one, I picked up in Hawaii at a Savers in Honolulu for $6.99. I did take an offer for $27.25. That's the offer I took. All right. I don't care for the swirls. I think I would leave it. Yeah, that's the paisley print is what they call it. It was a lunch bag. Yeah. It was where you can keep your food either hot or cold. It had that insulation on the inside. All right, this next item is a Sunbeam flexible LED desk lamp, light, no bulb to replace. No bulb to replace. And this was the last of the one I had in black. I only have the one in white left. It does have the flexible neck, adjustable, no bulb to replace. Would you buy this or would you leave it? If you were to, what would be the most you'd pay for it and how much you think it's sold for? Mm-hmm. All right, Colleen says pick this up for $5 and sell it for $47. That's what according to this, there was no bulb to replace. It says right here on the box, no bulbs to replace. All right, little Debbie. Let's see here. Go back up this way. I am confused. LED bulbs. Yeah, I know. I'm just reading what it says. I listed it exactly how the box said it. Ashley says, pick this up for 10 and keep it. Robert says, I would leave it. Mara says, pick this up for $4.87 and sell it for $25.16. Interesting is correct. Yep, that's what I said too. Stat says, pick this up for $3 and sell it for $15. Get some dirt. Melinda says, pick this up for $3 and sell it for $22. Jennifer says, pick this up for $1 and sell it for $10. I'm taking you shopping. Now, like I said, I only have this left in white. That was the last black that sold that I bought. Regina says, pick this up for $7 and sell it for $25. Denise says, pick this up for $2 and sell it for $22. That's right. No bulbs to replace. And Jane says, pick this up for $7 and sell it for $30. Now put a thumbs up in the chat or hit the little flying heart at the bottom of your screen if you have it. If you know back in when you were able to possibly find something for $1 at the Dollar Tree. Do you remember when you can find something for $1 at the Dollar Tree? Because that's how much I paid for this. $1 retail arbitrage at the Dollar Tree. It was on clearance for $1. Because guess what? They don't do the dollars no more there at the Dollar Tree, right? Well, this was after school last year. They were having them down for $1. Ashley says 2010. That's about right. Well, I just got this last year after school ended, like for the school session, and they were clearing out all this, and I picked them up for $1 right when you first walk in, and I bought all what they had left. And this one I did sell the last two. They sent me an offer for $20, and I let them have it for $20. And that's all I got left now. I got them in white. That's all I got left. Yes, they have. But yeah, I picked this up on after school last year for $1. And sold it for an offer to someone who sent me an offer for $20, and I accepted it. Now, this next item is a premium masonry bit from Black & Decker. It's a 1/4-inch bullet, 4-inch blade drill bit. Black & Decker. New sealed. Yeah, you right about that one, Myra. It sure is. All right, Colleen says I would pick this up for $1 and sell it for $8. Jennifer says I'd pick this up for $1 and sell it for $12. Robert says free into $7. Oh, Rebecca says I would have to pass. Stat says $1 and turn it in. Wait, what? Dollar Tree raised its price. Yeah, they sure did. I have converted to pricing high. I should do. Yeah. Rebecca says I would pass. Myra says I would pick this up for 69 cents and turn it into $12.98. Melinda says I'd pick this up for 50 cents and sell it for $10. Stat says pick this up for 50 cents and sell it for $4.95. Ashley says I would pick this up for $1 and sell it for $9.99. Well, I picked this up at a citywide garage sale in the free pile. Yes, it was a free pile. But of course, I went in and bought other stuff. But usually when I pick up something from a free pile, I try to find something to buy also. But in this case, this was free in the free pile. And I did take an offer. Someone sent me an offer, and I let them have it with no problem for $10.95. Yes, it was in the free pile. I love it, I say. All right. This next item also sold on Etsy. Regina says $1 into $12.99. I love free. Free is for me. All right, so this next item sold on Etsy. This is a vintage 1990 Crown Trifari gold tone dogwood flower brooch, 1 3/4 inches in diameter. How long and wide was an inch? 1 3/4 inch. And I'm trying to make sure to show you the picture of. I had a conversation with somebody yesterday, which they didn't know, with Crown Trifari. You're going to see Trifari, but right on top of the T, you'll see the crown. All right, let's see here. Southern Belle, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Miss Denise says, I would pick this up for $3 and sell it for $12. Jane says, pick this up for $10 and sell it for $75. Colleen says, I would pick this up for $2 and sell it for $18. Leave it for Johnny. Jennifer says, pick this up for $1 and sell it for $28. Yeah, Robert knows how I shop, especially when I go out sourcing. Stat says, pick this up for $3 and sell it for $30. Myra says, pick this up for $9.14 and sell it for $67.32. Melinda says, pick this up for $1 and sell it for $15. Anyone else would like to take a guess? Oh, I can close that tab. All those are done. All right. I got your email, Miss Denise, and I got your email, Tooch. Crown Safari, very popular in China. All right, well, this one I picked up at a estate sale jewelry bag at an estate sale. My cost per piece in that jewelry bag was 48 cents a piece. My cost into this was 48 cents. Bought it at an estate sale jewelry bag at the front counter because most of our places up here, they hold their jewelry by where you check out at, and that's usually where I go first. So this one I bought in a bag, a Ziploc bag full of jewelry for 48 cents each. And I sold it for $35.86. And it only took 2 days to sell. Sold it in 2 days. All right. Now this next one, I hope y'all have fun with this next one because I was blown away when I went to list this next item. And this next item only took 3 days to sell. All right, here we go. This is called The Brain Puzzler. It is by MAGNIF. Is the brand. Where's my other page? Oh, here we go. It's this game that you have to adjust these little pegs to release all the discs off the game. It shows you here how to move them up and down and adjust them to get these little plastic discs off of it. The box was in not in good shape. That was from 1989. This was from 1989. That's basically, you'd have to move each one of these to release these out of there. There's the bottom of it. I'm going back the other way so I don't show the price. All right. Let's see what the chat is saying. That last one sold on Etsy. Hold on, let me make sure. Yeah, the Crown Safari sold on Etsy. Yeah. That was definitely sold on Etsy. Remember to hit the thumbs up. Yes, that would be greatly appreciated. Ashley says, pick this up for $4 and sell it for $24.99. Colleen says, pick this up for $3 and sell it for $30. Robert says, pick this up for $2 and sell it for $25. Michael says, I'd pick this up for $5 and sell it for $80. I remember that from the late 70s. Mara says, pick this up for $1.78 and sell it for $39.25. Stephanie says, pick this up for $1 and sell it for $50. She says $1 into $30. Melinda says, pick this up for $1 and sell it for $65. All right. Did I miss somebody? Desert Rose, did you come in here? I missed you. Yes, you sure did. Helen, hello, good morning, and welcome, Ellen. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Angela says, pick this up for $1 and sell it for $25. Stat says, pick this up for $2 and sell it for $50. Ellen says, I would pick this up for $1 and keep it added to my little puzzle game collection. Well, when I went to list this, I was floored when I saw the price of what these were selling for. I didn't go by what they were listed for. I was going by what they were selling for. And it took me 3 days to sell this item. I went to and got this at a citywide garage sale. And one of the things I must say, when you go to these type of sales, I bring the large IKEA bags, the big bags. I don't bring the little ones. I fill up my bag and they say how much they want. And 9 times out of 10, I pay what they ask for, depending on what I have in the bag. I don't really try to haggle too often. But in this case, I didn't haggle. I just paid. I paid from the citywide garage sale 41 cents per each item I bought at this citywide garage sale. My cost, 41 cents. And approved don't mean much. Could it be just joking? Okay. So I paid 41 cents for this and I sold it for an offer to a watcher. And this did sell on Bonanza. Yes, I still sell on Bonanza. $85.51. $85.51, and my cost was only 41 cents. Yes, it sold on Bonanza. And when I was like, what? Yeah. $85.51 on Bonanza. And I bought it at a citywide garage sale for only 41 cents. I love bundle dealing. And a lot of times I don't haggle, depending on what's in the items that I'm getting. Yeah, right? I was so excited when I got that. I woke up in the morning with that sale this week. Bonanza, yeah. Check out my links on the video on my channel. You'll see the Bonanza link. And basically, it's just cross-posting from eBay. It's basically you import your stuff from eBay to Bonanza. That's it. And if something sells, it comes off of eBay, by the way. That's what I like about it, too. If I depart this world unexpectedly, someone tell my kiddos how much that little puzzle collection would be worth, right? My first time I have seen this, and I'm not surprised at selling high. Yeah, and if you look it up, they're selling for that high, if not more. So I took an offer and accepted it. Why not? Only paid 41 cents for it. All right, this next item sold on Poshmark. It is another Crown Trifari. This is a vintage 1960s sign, silver tone, dangle, clip-on earrings. Yes, it's another Crown Trifari set of earrings. Clip-on at that. Crown's right above the T. I had a little tarnishing on there, and I did make sure to put that in the listing. No, I did not clean them. Robert said, leave it for Johnny again. No, it's not. No, it's not part of Rakuten. No. Bonanza is just like cross-posting from eBay to Bonanza. I've been there for years. And I do still sell things here and there on Bonanza. And whatever I list on eBay, it goes on to Bonanza, and it also they cross-post it to they push it out on Google ads. I just list on eBay and it comes from eBay. Let's see. Little Joe and on Bonanza. Joe and Host. Isn't Bonanza part of, not that I know of. Leave it for Johnny again. Deborah, hello, good morning and welcome. Colleen said pick this up for $1 and sell it for 22. Regina says pick this up for 50 cents and sell it for 20. Melinda says pick this up for 25 cents and sell it for $15. Jane says pick this up, classic, $3, turn it into 40. Leave them, but won't. But what do I know? Anyone else would like to take a guess? Now, I'm going to tell you on this one. You know, Debbie and Max go thrifting. Last year, like for Christmas, New Year's, they do different holidays, Halloween. They do these boxes where it's a mystery box and you buy it by the $5 increments. Well, I bought these from them in a lot. My cost per piece was $1.25 is my cost on this. And I did someone sent me an offer and I accepted because that offer came in to me for $35. And I let them have it with no problem. Put it this way. This one sale pushed me over profit just in this one sale. That's not counting everything else I've sold, but I'm just saying with this one piece, it pushed me over and I got my money back and then all profit. And got me into the profit. Yep. And so that is now the end of the Would You Buy It or Would You Leave It segment for today. Remember, every Friday we do this to where if you would like to be part of it and you have anything that sells during the weeks and you would like to be part of it, send me an email. Make sure you send it to me before 5 o'clock on Friday morning. And I'll be glad to add you to the list of those items. I do star them. If you come in and send them to me before next week, I do star them so I know where to find them. And then I bring them up. Yours will be the ones I bring up first before I bring in my items that sold. And this is just another way of us thinking about things when we're going out sourcing of people who are selling things and you just don't realize how much things are selling for. And again, this is no way, shape, or form of a way of a bolo, but definitely want to be on the lookout for some of this stuff. Whether it's the brand, whether it's a particular item, it's just amazing on what's selling. And that's just a few of things. There's more to come next week. I already had another sale this morning. I have some sales this morning that went out the door. That's going out the door today. That did not make it for today's show. But they will be here next week. All right. So here's all the links for Jennifer. Make sure you check out her Etsy store, her YouTube channel, because they do. Her and Little Debbie do go live on Jennifer's channel. Let me get the invite. I will be dropping the link in the chat if anybody would like to come on and promote your channel. If you have anything going on during the weekend, you're more than welcome to come on up. Remember, you do have to make sure your camera and mic is connected because it will not allow you to come up unless those two items are connected. And let me pin that to the top. Also, don't forget, Monday will now be back to 8:30 Monday through Friday, total week of 8:30 in the morning. And Monday will be with Mark, my new co-host, starting this Monday coming. Tonight, this will be the last 5 o'clock traffic jam for that series on the Cajun Roots Resellers Adventures channel. If you missed it yesterday, it was Rakuten from 2015 to 2019. It was sold, just looked okay. But I do know when I started back in 2020, when I signed up for Bonanza, I've been on Bonanza ever since. And it just basically comes off of what I list on eBay. So I just list it once. It goes on to them, and then if it sells, it comes off of my eBay store. Don't pick up the thumb stiff. That's right. Keep your eyes and ears and minds open. That's exactly what it's all about. Yep. And your heart. Yeah, because you'd be surprised at what's selling. And a lot of times lately, I do check some comps if I can, because sometimes when you're in those areas where you can't get your phone, what you call that again, the Wi-Fi, you have to take a chance sometimes. And there's the video of Exploring the Legacy of Pearl Harbor video that just came out yesterday on the Cajun Roots Resellers Adventures channel if you haven't checked it out yet. All right, let me close some of these tabs, close out that. Then I can move this over here. And if anybody would like to come on and promote your channel for anything you have going on this weekend, and I don't do lives on the weekend. Oh, speaking of lives on the weekend, this Sunday, after tonight's 5 o'clock traffic jam, Sunday, on the first Sunday of each month, I'm on with Mark and Mike of Two Old Guys Vintage and Resell on their show every Sunday, first Sunday of the month at 4 o'clock. Let's see. Yeah, right? That's right. You never know what's going to sell. It's amazing. Yep. It's pretty cool. I didn't expect that game to actually sell for that high, but when I saw it, like, wow. You know, come to think of it, I think that game went overseas. I've been having a lot of international sales lately. On Monday, I will be having where it went? On Monday, I will be having a theme auction of all faith-based items. Okay, it's 7 p.m. Central, so it's 8 Eastern. I'll be in bed. Also, don't forget, Monday, 4:30, we'll be right back to our regular scheduled program on Bingo. If you want to change your numbers, you have until this Sunday to go to the video I dropped on this channel on Monday night at 4:30 and change your address. Change your numbers. Do it there. I think that's what's happening, Michael, because I've been getting a lot of sales this last weekend too, overseas, even Canada. So yeah, it's happening. It's there. So take advantage of it if you can. But yeah, Monday, Mark and I will start the new morning show at 8:30, where it's going to be the Morning Boost with Mark, Two Old Guys Vintage and Resell. And if anybody else has anything special going on this weekend, make sure you let us know in the chat. Jennifer's been dropping those links. Make sure you check those out as well. And also, don't forget to check out these channels that are in here. See if you're subscribed to them. Watch the videos. Leave those comments. And make sure you hit the notifications so you don't miss out when they go live and or put up a video on their channel. And don't forget, today at 3 o'clock is Dawn's Deals. Today at 3. There is a market for the 90s Walmart bags. Really? Interesting, I say. Well, let's get to that time. My numbers are going down, and there's other shows you can be able to be watching, so make sure you go and check those out as well. Don't forget to come back at 5 o'clock on the Cajun Roots Resellers Adventures channel for the last 5 o'clock traffic jam, where I have a processing some more jewelry for tonight. I sold almost everything I showed yesterday. So I had to process some more stuff for tonight and this Sunday because I'm going through a lot of jewelry and listing them if they don't sell. But I'm bringing it to y'all first. I'm telling you, Patrick, buyers for any. And it is. There's buyers for everything. You're right about that. So as I say before I end each and every show, if you would like to come on after the show is over and you need to chit-chat or you want to talk or just chill, the link is at the top of the chat. You're more than welcome to come on up. Remember, you do have to have your camera and your mic on for you to be able to come on after the show is over. I hope everyone has a great day and hope everyone has a great weekend. And hope you go out sourcing and find great things to resell. And as I say before I end each and every show, love always, love is always free. Please be kind to one another till we meet into another chat. Have a blessed and fabulous day and weekend. Great finds if you go out sourcing over the weekend. And until we meet again, later. Peace out. And y'all come back now, you hear?
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana, here at Cajun Roots Reseller, you make me an offer and I'll take it. You got the dollars, go see Johnny, he's he's got it all. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man. See the special man.